Good morning, good evening, good um, good night, everybody. Everyone is wherever you are. We have people from Australia and New Zealand and India and China and Argentina. Ooh, one guy is from a country I never heard of today. Damn. Let's take a look here. We are running bullish on GJ. So like I was looking at GJ when I woke up, and I was like, well, you know what? Maybe what if GJ daily fills the wick? Okay. When I woke up, and I was like, well, you know what if it fills the wick? That's going to be an amazing move on GJ. And if you look on the daily over here in JPY, if you look at this range, this is a 45, 46 pip range. We're breaking up with these supports. Also, it's a Friday, right? It's a Friday. I wouldn't want anyone to overtrade on a Friday or to take unnecessary trades on a Friday. If you're going to take one trade on Friday, stick to one trade on Friday. There's no reason to be a cowboy or a He-Man or whoever the superhero was when you were a child. Don't do that on Fridays. Fridays are meant to just relax, chill. Fridays are meant to just look over the week you had and just learn from, some mistakes you made. But looking on the 4 hour, it just seems like we might continue up towards back to 140. It's just like 30 pips away, 35, 40 pips away. So, and it's GJ, so we're gonna wait and see what happens. I mean, the only reason it should continue moving up is if it starts creating, like a support. That's the only reason it should continue moving bullish. Bullish. Hey, what's this? Did you catch that buy or waiting for support to be formed? Probably a support. I think if the support is formed, I think it's going to be pretty awesome. If you can get some sort of a support formed over here. All right. Let's take a look at pre-markets. Why people is so annoying making you check that currency if you are GJ specialized, FFS. Oh, I don't know. So pre-markets are down by 130 points, which means that US 30 should potentially be coming down. Low volume, Raja. Probably you want to increase the volume of your speakers. The volume is the same as every day. So US 30 came down, it created a low, and this low was formed at 27,700. Yeah, 27,700. That low was formed. The 30-minute candle previous one closed bearish, right? Like this. So this is a setup which I take all the time. So basically what has happened here is, let me just zoom in here a little bit. What has happened here is that price has created a low, right? And then it retraced. This candle closed bullish, and then you have a candle closing bearish, right? When this candle is closing bearish with a little to no wick on the top, this means there's no bullish volume here. So now theoretically, I would anticipate this 30-minute candle to flip bearish, fill the wick, and then continue down to tap into this low again, to be retest the low. So if this was GPJPY, I would have taken this sell, but since this is US 30, and since I don't trade US 30, I'm not going to take this trade. And also it's a Friday, so I'm just going to watch it if it does happen or not. So it's going to be a good experiment to see if it happens or not. Martin. Ooh, so bright. Oh, god damn. Euro JPY, strong bearish candles, sells below the zone, buys above the zone. Let's just look at that on the 30-minute time frame. 4 hours bearish. 1 hour. 1 hour tapped into a low on Euro JPY. Right over here. This is a low being tapped into. Before we tapped into this low, it created a resistance right over here. So we got that resistance. Looking on the 30-minute. 30-minute is kind of in a range, but it's like right here. So the close of this 30 minute is going to be crucial. If this 30 minute candle closes above, let's say 125,950, then this move down is a fake out, and we may continue moving up and then continue on towards 126,300. But if this 30 minute candle closes below 125,950, then there's a very high chance we're going to continue down to retest this low at 125,750. So this will be a 20 pip range. You think you can get a win today, Raja? Try and avoid losing week on this. Try and avoid a losing week on the streams. No, I'm having a winning week on the streams. I don't know which newspaper you looked at, but I guess you looked at the wrong information. When Raja looks at charts, is cool with screenshots. I don't know what that means. Is cool with screenshots. Can we have a look at weekly time frame? This candle looks very good for next week to break up. Let's take a look on the weekly. I guess you mean GJ since you didn't specify. Yeah, it is moving bullish. It's moving bullish. I mean, if this closes bullish and the next one does a retracement to tap into 139,200, then I guess we're going to continue on towards 141. Because 141 is right there. It's not that far away. It's right there. So that may happen. And GPGPY. This is a strong resistance here where price respected and rejected it yesterday after London close. And then you have this daily wick fill at 140, 133. So that is around 39 to 40 pips away. So we'll see if we can get some sort of a bearish candles forming to potentially take us by, or if we can see if we can get some sort of a support forming for price to continue moving bullish. Please share your view on this chart. You haven't sent the chart, so we don't know. Or a break retest of 850. Yeah, that'll be good too. Or a break retest of 850, but probably a support will be good. This news may have had an impact on that last bullish candle, right? Let's take a look here. Let's take a look at our Forex factory for today. And prepare for another huge fall in the Japanese GDP. Yeah, man, Japan is going through a recession. I mean, their yen is taking a beating, and since it's taking a beating, it's really causing all yen pairs to continue moving bullish. We got USD core retail sales coming up, looking at bad numbers. They're looking at really bad numbers. This doesn't make any sense because as you're trying to open up the economies, this number should be heading up because retail sales should be heading back up. Because, all right, let's take a look here. So we had bad in March. Obviously, the C word was here, the virus was here, and then April was bad, May was really bad, and we started recovering in June, July. So why would August be bad? Why would August be 2%? Why wouldn't it be more than 2%? Why wouldn't it be more than 1.3 over here? If you look at this one, this was bad in March, good in April, worse in May, and then slowly climbing back up. So I think it should be good. These numbers are just, I think these numbers are not, I wouldn't say not right because it might, yeah, I think it should be good. Retail sales should be good. So we're going to see what happens. Ooh, your JPY is reversing from here. See if this candle closes bullish, then this is a fake out. This move down is a fake out, and we will continue moving up and then eventually break this in pre-New York and then continue moving up towards, 126,250. Are you still taking a trade. I think a good trade was somewhere over here, 139,668. It was a little risky because, like, this candle closed above this resistance here, but then, like, you were probably putting your trust in the candles making higher highs and higher lows to continue on towards 139,850. But other than that, I think now you're just waiting. If you think that you wait a lot in, like, during the weekdays, man, Friday you have to wait a lot. On Friday, be okay, be very okay to miss the moves on Friday. There's no shame in missing moves on Fridays. People started saying saving because people weren't sure if they were able to receive help from the government. Ooh, interesting. Can you please check that move? All right, let's take a look here. This is strong resistance. I could have had impulse entry when the candle broke these highs. Okay. Um, what's this? GJ. I was expecting to break the range, missed the move. Okay, that's fine. You missed the move, but at least you know where you could have had entries, right? That's good. At least you could have known where you could have entries. So, I mean, if we basically, wherever GJ is moving right now, I think it's just trying to create a high. After it creates a high, it's going to create like a support, and then that's going to be some sort of a confirmation to enter and then continue on. Hey, I took a risky entry due to my confirmations. What do you think? All right, let's take a look here. Oh, wow. Okay, these are like a lot of things going on over here. So your entry was right over here. Price rejected support on daily twice. Candle closed bullish. Okay, I think it was good. Pretty good. How are you up on the streams? Monday 11 pips. Oh, Monday negative 11, Tuesday 2 pips, Wednesday minus 6 pips, Thursday no trade. You can do it. Oh, how am I positive on the streams? Oh, okay. There are trades I take other than the streams too. So I mean, man, damn. Just dumb. He's got a log written on me over here, man. Damn. People keeping tabs. I tend to lose on Mondays, but I make it back on Friday. Amazing. That's actually pretty good. Actually really good. Man, you'd be surprised how nosy people are. You'd be very, very surprised how nosy people are, man. People are gonna keep an eye on you, everything, every little thing you do. Every little thing you do. But, it is what it is. Caught GJ buy at the break of 30-minute resistance. All right, let's take a look at this chart here. Someone took a risky entry on Friday. Man, Fridays, if you're taking more than 2 trades on Fridays, I don't think that's a good idea. Don't think so. 30-minute support, price couldn't break the support level, candle closed bullish, so you took a risky entry right over here. Took a buy hoping to reach my TP, risky entry though. Well, it's good. It's good, it's working on. Now you just got to secure profits and put stops at break even and whatever, and then call it a week. Do you remember I made $500 yesterday? I lost $300 because I overtraded. Yeah. I mean, if you overtrade and you lose money, I think you deserve it. Whoever overtrades and loses profits, you deserve it. That's like a lesson. That's like a lesson learned that, okay, man, listen, I shouldn't have overtraded. I shouldn't have taken that extra trade, especially on Fridays. Man, Fridays can be really, really freaky. Ooh, looks like US 30 is not going to do that retest. If it closes above this area, then I think it's going to continue moving bullish. Let's take a look at this chart here. This is candles 30-minute breaks waiting for support confirmation. Would you have taken an impulse entry? on the break of the last candle. No, I had an entry right over here, 139, 680, 670. I closed up at like 10, 11 pips. I'm gonna do another recap video on Saturday. I'm gonna do a recap video on Saturday of all the trades I took. So I think that might help people here. Does do you consider, oh Raja, does you consider commission charges when you take GJ trade? Did US30 don't have commission charges?
Hello.
Hello? Oh, no, not really. So let's say when I'm in a trade and I want to secure profits, or if I want to put like stops at break even, I'm not going to consider like, commissions or spreads. I'm not going to take that into account. I'm just going to put stops at break even. That's it. I'm willing to eat that, I'm willing to like, pay commission. I'm willing to pay that spread, in hopes of getting like a bigger trade. So I'm always going to put stops at break even. It's never going into a little bit of profit to cover commissions or spreads.
Hey, Roger.
Hey,
Hey, definitely. You know your the recap videos. They're really really good. Make it a regular feature. It's probably harder work for you though.
yeah, yeah, you know what I found? I found that the things I look at, like, after the sessions, I start to look at those things in more detail when I start doing recaps, because then I'm going back in the charts and then I'm looking at where I entered, and sometimes I'm like, man, why did I enter over there? So it's
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I learned a lot from going through them because then you've got your actual entries on the side, and even and then you see, well, how can you have actually improved the entry, or was it like a cock up altogether? So there's like 15, 20, 30 trades, and you're like through the whole week, and that's like an analysis on every single one, isn't it?
yeah, exactly. Like every single one it's like clear analysis.
Yeah, definitely for the beginners, I would say that's really if you go back to the YouTube videos and go through those, and just make notes on those, they're really really good. Just on the weekend, go through them as he posts them out. They're really really useful.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, let's see how this week ends up. Well, my week has already ended. It's just like this Friday. Like, I'll see if I take another trade on Friday or not, and have, like, every trade I take, I try to make it like as picturesque as possible, like as perfect as possible. And sometimes when it's not perfect, then I'm like, man, if I do a recap video, this is just gonna look retarded. Um, what's this? Hey, Raja, all okay? Check chart of your JPY that the previous hours. Oh wow, this. All right, let's take a look at your JPY. Your JPY is still here. The 30-minute candle hasn't closed. It's still open, so we're waiting. GJ also, we're waiting. Do you think an entry on 139.610 would have been a good idea or too risky? 610. Yeah, I think would have been risky. Any entry below 139.650 would have been risky because you had this minor resistance over here. But at the same time, I was looking at this thing here. At the same time, if we are bouncing off of a 4-hour support, which is also a 4-hour resistance from 11th till the 12th August New York session, and then we broke it during the London session. So now this area is being respected as support. I think if this area is being respected as support, then we should break the minor resistance right over here, which is at 139.851. I honestly think we should break 139.851 and continue on towards 140, 140, 100, and then 140, 150. And you got clean candles here too. Yeah, I think that should happen today. We should continue on towards 140, 150. How about the gold, Raja, Big Bank? Gold is, ooh, US30 is coming up here. That thing is not coming true. See, this is why I don't trade US30, because the crazy moves it does. Let's look at the 4-hour. Move everything 4-hour on gold. 4-hour created a resistance at 1958, 300. is trying to create some sort of a support here on the higher time frame. You can see candles making rejections down over here, so we're going to go to the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, we have a support formed at 1939. And yeah, it's in the range, man. It's in the range. I think it's waiting for this news over here, the core retail sales. So we're gonna wait and see how this news, affects price. How do you decide which one to exit early and which one not to close, even at TP level? Also, don't you enter TP in the system? Well, that's something you have to decide. If you have two positions running, and price is approaching your TP, it's up to you. Like, when do you want to close? Which one? I mean, there's no set formula. I mean, if you're comfortable with it, you're going to close it. If you're not comfortable with it, you're going to leave it open. So, there's no set formula to say, okay, now you should close this position, now you can close that position. Most of the things you learn are by, practicing and doing the same things over. And literally, if you guys have been on the stream for about month, 2 months, you're going to know that we do the same things over and over and over again. What's this? Raja, check Instagram. No, I'm not going to check Instagram right now. How could I have made this entry better? All right, let's take a look here. So you had a buy entry on a 30-minute candle, broke the previous high, signifying buys. Your TP is all the way up over here. You closed 50% here. I think you can put your stops at break even at this point and let the rest run. Yeah, if you can put your stops at break even and let the rest run, I think you can get that high TP, but at the same time, your position will be safe as well. Hey, which page is the best to see calendar and news? You only check Forex Factory. Thank you. Yes, I only check Forex Factory. This is all I need. This is all I need. If support or resistance has been created on the 15-minute chart, do you think that could be good confirmation even though it's a small time frame? I think that could be a good confirmation. Yeah, I think that could be a good confirmation. I mean, if you can get a support form in the 15-minute time frame, that's still going to be a minor support form, but it's going to align perfectly with the overall bias, and I think the overall bias is bullish. Yeah, I think the overall bias is bullish. So, anyone who's trying to take a trade today, just take one trade. One trade, that's it, man. Because if you take more than one trade, you're going to take 2 trades, then you're going to take 3 trades, then you're going to really fuck up your week. So don't fuck your week up. Just one trade. If you've already taken one trade, just close your charts and just enjoy the show today. Because, every day, NY session, New York streams, man, we have a great show today. So every day is a good day, man. Every day is a good show day. So, protect your trades, protect your money, protect your psychology. I think it's really important. I suck at stops. What is a good rule? A good rule to not suck at stops is to respect your stop losses. When price comes to your stop loss, just accept it. Accept it, you hit stop loss. That's the most important thing. Oh, someone took a sell over here. Price made a low to be retested. Took an impulse entry when the candle closed below, got 10 pips and closed all positions. Beautiful. This was absolutely beautiful. No, you had the right idea. You had the right idea. You closed when you had to, and you got your trade. Pretty good. I'd say it worked pretty good. I've lost every single trade for this week because ALS. I don't know what that means. Ooh, your JPY is closing above this area. You see this? It's closing above 125,950. If it closes above 130, 125,950, even if it closes bearish, it means it's respecting this area as support, and then it should continue moving bullish. Do you think US 30 shoots down because Senate has recessed until after Labor Day? I have no idea. No idea what they're doing there in the Senate. I don't look at things in that much detail, you know, especially when I don't know things about that, about Senate, about recesses. I have no idea how those things work. One question: can you tell me good trade management for swing trading? Waiting for candle confirmation. Yeah, so I mean, good trade management for swing trading is to, like, you know, after, like, whenever price moves up, you want to secure some positions and put stops at break even. You know, when you put stops at break even, you have to understand there's going to be 80%, 70% chance that that position will get stopped out. There'll be a very high chance that position will get stopped out. You know, and then there's a low probability that will continue running to where you want it to run. That's the reality of swing trading. You know, I've tried swing trading. I've tried getting 100 pips a day or 200 pips a week, 500 pips a week. It didn't work out. What did work out, what I would notice was that whenever I would take a swing trade, my price would always go into like 15 pip profits, 20 pip profits, you know, and then it always retrace and hit my stop. And I was like, man, what the hell's going on over here? So you know what I tried to do? I started to secure. So what I saw was, I'm like, okay, you know what? This means that I can secure profits at 10, 15 pips all the time, and then let the rest run at break even. Because if that can run into, like, you know, my swing target, that's going to be awesome. So most of it didn't. Karen Gurupira, hey, did you get my email? I don't think I got your email. Let's do a quick look over here. Quick look over here. No, not at all. I mean, I have 4 email addresses, so I think we're missing a crucial piece of information. And this is why people fail in trading, right? A crucial piece of information is going to be, hey, I sent an email to this email address, did you get it? But no, you said, did you get my email? That's like me having 6 phones. Well, I have like 3 phones. And all right, let's take a look at this chart here. This is thinking this as a fake out, okay? Bought here as it broke that range, broke into that range. This makes sense. I think as all right. I think as this candle started breaking the highs over here, you could have brought your stop loss below this candle's low here, just to, like, you know, make it a little bit more smaller. It would have been much better. It would have been much better trade management, really.
I like that trade a lot.
This one?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a good call.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Like, after this little minor fake out, after this retest of the low, just came back in the range and boom, boom. Is it too aggressive if after the current 30-minute candle closed bullish, after the first 15-minute candle respect the previous low? Is it respecting the previous low, or does it need to respect the previous low? Okay, so Any guess for today? Not really. Didn't really book anyone here. FBS platform killing me with 4 pip spread. Any suggestion for a good platform for beginner? It depends where you live. You know, if you live in the States, there are a lot of. If you live in the States, you can probably get like any crypto in, crypto out brokers. I mean, if you live in Canada, you can go with other brokers. You know, like there are brokers like Traders Domain. They have like low spreads on GJ. They're traders. They're like brokers like Blackpool Markets, Vantage FX. I use Vantage FX, pretty good. They got like a 1.4 pip spread. I mean, if you have a choice to go with a broker with a spread less than 2 pips, I think you should do it. You know, if you're with on a 4 pip spread, 5 pip spread, you're trying to scalp, you can't scalp with a 4 or 5 pip spread. It doesn't make any sense. It gets it's pretty expensive, man, to scalp with a 4 or 5 pip spread. I took a buy on EuroJPY. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I think it looks good. I think it's good. I think price needs to stay above, let's say 125.920, and we should get a move up towards 126.100 and continue on towards 126.250. You know, so this could be a stop down here at 125.900. GJ is retracing here, which is pretty good. We wanted to retrace, create some sort of support, and then continue on. How do you put stop loss in strong breaks out without support and lower time frames? You just place a stop loss. It's not that hard. You determine where you put a stop loss, and then you put the stop loss. I mean, when you're taking a trade and you don't know where to put your stop loss and you already took a trade, I think that's a really dumbass trade. I mean, that's the most dumb thing you can do, man. Like taking a trade and then thinking, oh shit, where should I put my stop loss? Got a little banana action going on in the morning. All right, what's this? Pablo Plato Polo. Hey, amateur question. What does stopped out stand for? Stopped out stands for when you're in a trade and you get stopped out. Anyone else here use C-Trader platform? I think a lot of people here use C-Trader platform. What's this? Se achas que fake simplemente não fazes de trades dele e eu também não uso. I don't know what that is. I think that's Portuguese. It's not Spanish. Not taking any trades until I see the mango juice. The mango juice is right here. The straw is still inside the thing over here. So I'm waiting. Wait for support for mango juice double confluence. Yeah, I'm kind of waiting over here as well. I'm waiting here. I want like a support to be formed, like, you know, the 15-minute candle is about to close. So I'm going to wait for it to close. I probably want to take a trade above this area here, 139.850. Because if I can take a trade above 139.850, then I have this clean candle here for price to have an easier move going up towards 140, 150. So I think we can get to 140, 150. That's going to be the daily wick fill. Oh, Karen, you sent me a really, really, really long email over here. And man, again, please don't send me emails like this. I don't want to put this on public, but you should be ashamed of yourself for sending me an email like this. Um, you should open new shop to sell mangoes and 4K monitors. Yeah, I think this company should kind of endorse me here. When I press open calc on Magic Keys, it shows the buy position by default. Is there a way to press to flip the position? Yes, you can press this button right over here. Bottom left corner. Bottom left corner, and it just flips the positions. Ooh, okay, looks like we're breaking above 139.850. We're breaking above 139.850. If we get this candle to break above 139.850 and close above, I think a good stop is going to be below this breakout candle. So this candle is going to become a breakout candle. So let me just do this right here, right? This candle will become a breakout candle if it closes like this. And then you can have a stop below the breakout candle and anticipate price to continue up towards 140, 150. If I'm going to take a trade, that's the trade I'm going to take. Above 139.850 to continue up towards 140, 150. Like all the way up over here. Doesn't taking partial profit mess up your risk reward? No, it doesn't. It means you secured profits. Secured profits. As long as you're securing profits, you're making money. If you're not securing profits, you're not making money. I'm on GU thinking the same. Okay, let's take a look at GU over here. So gold is ranging. Your JPY is kind of like, you know, still trying to continue moving bullish here. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Let's take a look at GU. Oh, GU daily is about to fill the wick. I think the only thing that's going to move it up is if we have some Brexit news. If we can get some sort of a Brexit announcement coming in, I think it's going to be pretty good. GU daily has a wick to fill at 31235, which is like 20 pips away. 4 hour is approaching a resistance area right over here, but it can continue up over here, 31250. Looking at the 1 hour can continue going up. So yeah, I guess the stage is slowly starting to set up. Let's take a look at the Chinese indicator over here. Hey, are you live in all 3 sessions? No, I don't know which world you live in, but that's impossible. GP CAD, ooh, GP CAD should be moving up. GP NZD should be moving up. Pound is really strong. The dollar is weak. Yen is closed. See, if the yen is closed, this should move GJ up as well. So we're gonna later on see what happens. Also remember everybody, this is a Friday. On Friday, if you think you're going to get perfect trades, forget about it. You know, on Friday, sometimes you get freaky moves. And by freaky moves, I mean is that on Friday, when you try to take a perfect trade, it might not be a perfect trade because it's a Friday. On Friday, things might go a little sideways. So you'll have to be very, very careful. Could you take a look at this chart for me? Yes, sir. Let's take a look here. This is NZD USD. Clean candle, strong support. Enough range over here. Soon I will be leaving the session because of my job, so this is practicing higher time frames. Does this look good? Waiting for a bullish confirmation. Yep, this looks good. So basically what you would want to see is let's just zoom in over here a little bit. You would want to see a 4-hour candle closing above this area to take buys to continue going up. If you can get a 4-hour closing above that area, that would be a confirmation for price to continue moving up. But if we start breaking down, then you would need a lower high and a lower low created on the 4-hour to continue moving bearish. And I think you're going to get confirmations on the smaller time frames. Stefano is eating like he's going to the gulag. Getting that energy up. Stefano, all right, let's just destroy these dudes in the gulag. Oh, Jose was from the gulag. That's why he made that comment. Jose knows what the gulag. time to sit back and just watch things move. Hey, I took a loss on GJ this morning. Could you have a look at this for me? All right, let's take a look here. Oh, yeah. See, this is below your purple line, so I don't know why you took this buy. Your purple line is your resistance. Waiting for price ranging. Strong bullish candle created support. Okay. Expecting price to come up to 139.800. This candle broken close. Expect break, rejecting high. Yeah. Yeah, I think at this time you need to look at how you could have reduced your loss. Maybe looking at the 15-minute or whatever, but this is like me taking a buy over here, expecting price to break above 139.850. And then price goes down and ends up in a loss. And I'm like, man, what kind of trade was that? You know, so that's what's happened over here. Price was making a resistance here. This is excellent labeling here. And you took a buy when candle closed below this area, so it made no sense, you know. So should have waited for a price to close above. Hey, Raja, what's the gulag? You are in the gulag. Don't take longs under resistance. Yes. What are you thinking of doing to GJ today? I'm waiting for it to come up above 139.850 so I can have a good day going up. What would the ideal situation be for you to take a trade on GJ now? I think I explained it 3 times. Break above 139.850. What's your thoughts on Forex space? I have no idea what that is. I live in Dubai and unable to catch 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern due to office timings. Is 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern good time to trade? Yeah, I think that's a good time to trade. From 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern, you fall into the London close. The London close has a lot of volume. London close comes from like 10 a.m., lasts till 11:30 a.m. Eastern. So you got a lot of volume over there. Hey, Raju, you invite Work with Will. Work with Will is always here. You know, Work with Will is in our home. Any
Raja,
trades? Yes.
Previous 15-minute is closed like doji bearish, and now it's below the resistance. Do you think if this candle is crossing the resistance, the impulse entry would be a good idea or no?
No, I don't think so. Because we had rejections here yesterday in New York, and then we had a rejection here, you know, again in like during the Asian session. So I think a candle closing above 139.850 would be much better.
Hey, Raja.
Hey, Will, how are you?
Good, man.
Oh, nice. You got a haircut.
This is my haircut, always.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Hey, how'd you start trading? When did you start trading?
I start trading back to 2015.
Oh, it's a
Back
long
to
time.
2015. Yeah, people introduced me Forex. I lose money.
Yeah, that's what happens, right? You start, you're like, okay, I'm gonna make money, and then you're like, oh man, I'm just losing money. What's going on over here?
Yeah, man. I lose a lot, like a lot.
Yeah. So this is Will. Will, what would be the best way to introduce yourself?
I'm just a normal guy, man. I just love Forex, just because I met Raja and Ted, and then they introduced the real Forex. No, that's a very simple introducing.
Yeah, Will is being very humble. He's in Indonesia. Indonesia, right?
Yeah, Indonesia. Hello,
Yeah.
Indonesia. Hello,
Yeah.
hello.
Yeah, he's from Indonesia. He has a really big community there in Indonesia. I've seen his Instagram. Let me pull up his Instagram right over here. Work with Will Instagram. He's doing a lot of good things there in Indonesia for the Forex community. Let's see here. Work with, there we go. You want to work with Will? You can go and work with Will. That's his middle name. Work with Will. Damn. Oh, shit. 58,000. What does this mean? Bukan masalah Mengang itu semua or bisa.
Yeah, that's my best result, man.
Nice.
Oh, bukan masalah. It's not about winning. It's
Yeah.
about it's not about winning. I think
What,
so.
what happened over here, man? 6 lots, and look at your loss over here. What
I just
happened
started. I don't know, man.
here? Yeah, it's back
I
in
forgot.
April.
Yeah, never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my best result in Forex history.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Very good, very good.
Yeah.
It's actually very,
I-
very amazing.
That account I stopped at maybe last month, and then this month I just trade only 2 trades, and I won, and then I won 2K, and then I stopped again because
Oh,
you know I'm slowly to be careful, and then let's trade if I win money, then make the history good at least.
yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think the worst thing is when you start a new account and then the first trade you take is a loss.
Yeah.
Let's say you deposit fresh $10,000 and the first trade is a loss. You're like, oh,
Oh
man.
man. Yeah, I was adjusting the lot. What kind of how many lots do I need to trade? And then I start with 6, and then I lower down my lots, and then I constantly with the 4 lots per trade. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's pretty good. Do you what's this? Do you do any like live trading, like any Zoom?
Yes,
Or... Okay.
I did live trading. I think almost a year since you start on YouTube, right? Before you start on YouTube, I was on your all the time.
Oh, before we started YouTube.
Yeah, Twitch
Oh,
and
shit.
Mixer.
Oh yeah, Twitch and Mixer. Those
Yeah.
like back in the day. That's like so old right now.
Yeah, very old. And then I saw you start with a 1 lot or 2 lots, I think. Now you 20 lots. Oh my
20
god,
lots,
2 years. Oh,
So like,
My
what happened?
God.
How did you find out about our Twitch and Mixers back in the day?
I found you on IG because I follow Sean Lee and AstroFX and blah blah. I just I just explore everything.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. So yeah, that's why I saw you doing live trade, and then the way you tell the story about the candles. I mean, it's like, wow, this is different. This is different. You know, I wasn't like realized before, like, oh yeah, what the hell, man.
Yeah.
And then I went to back tasting. I mean like back tasting for like 2 years before, and then oh yeah, it's true. And then trying to develop my skill, and then try to find my trading style.
Yeah.
And then Ted's I knew Ted, and then Ted's the way he explained everything. Wow, amazing. And then Jeff introduced the fundamentals, and then I learned about fundamentals. I still subscribe Jeff because he gave a lot of information.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. He gives a lot of information.
a lot of information. He's good. A lot of fundamentals that I never learned before. And I slowly try to learn. Now I trade by fundamentals as well.
Yeah, the thing with Jeevan is he put a lot of effort. So now his whole problem was he didn't really understand why price moved based on news and stuff like that. So he really started studying fundamentals.
Yeah.
He got good at it.
That's one thing, in Indonesia, there's a one guy. He trade using astrology. There's a one guy in Indonesia trade by astrology. I don't even understand how to relate with the fundamentals.
It's really easy. It's really
Really?
easy. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, really easy. I'll tell you how. You write down the news on a piece of paper, right? You
Okay.
take a paper, right? You write down the
Uh-huh.
news, whatever the news is, and then when there's a full moon, you look at the full moon through the paper, and then it's gonna tell you what's gonna happen. You
Oh
look at the
my
full
God.
moon, you're like, I see it! I see it right over there!
Oh my God.
Take a plane of that paper and just throw it away. If it goes more far, it means it's your trade day.
But I saw you invited like a lady explaining about astrology, right? I
Oh,
saw it
yeah,
on
yeah, yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah,
And that was the best.
yeah, the options lady.
Really?
Options lady,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get her back. It was,
But you know what? This guy in Indonesia, he's very famous. You know,
oh,
he's he's in industry for like maybe 10 years, and he's very famous. He's very popular. But yeah, he's introduced Forex in Indonesia. He's quite famous.
what's his name?
But I don't. Gema, Gema.
Oh, Gema.
Yeah,
Gema-chan. No,
If no,
Gema.
if you want to search astronaut, apa? Astronaci.
Astronaut.
Astronaci. Astro effects, and Nachi. Fibonacci. Yeah.
Nachi.
Nachi.
Oh, yeah, I can't find him.
You should have clicked on the first one, Raja.
He's probably blocked you.
Yeah.
Oh, this doesn't look like a trader to
Is
me.
it
Astro- No,
NACI?
Fibonacci. DCI. Double C.
Oh,
Astronaci.
double C. Okay.
Let's.
All right, let's take a look here. Ooh, 31. Ooh, awards. Di tahun 2020 ini Astronaci International kembali minta dapakan sebagai. Okay.
Will, how's this pronunciation? We got to give him a 1 out of 10 or 10 out of 10.
See now,
he's selling a lot of indicators. His group keeps selling for a group a year for like 3,000 US dollar a year.
$3,000.
The course, yes, the course 3K a
Three-
year.
3K. Let's
A
take a
year
look
for
here.
Indonesian.
Wow,
That's a lot of money. Come
That's a
on, man.
lot of money, man. How do you?
In Indonesian.
What does this mean? Where do you see the prices? You can't even translate this.
You need consultation. You need help. You need a.
I need translation over here.
Yeah, there's no.
Blog. Tentang siapa kami untuk Anda. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. Tentang. Let's do.
But
Tentang.
he's good in selling. He's tradepreneur, the real tradepreneur. He made a lot of money.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he made a lot of money. He's selling stuff from CDs, from indicators.
I sold CDs too. Yeah, I sold CDs too. You know what? Those DVDs, they started as a joke. Literally.
Yeah. I got you. I bought them.
Yeah. It was a big joke. Like, we were sitting one day and I was like, okay, like, you know what? People are stealing webinars. They're stealing digital content. What's a good way for people to get content so that no one can steal it? So my brother said, well, DVDs. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. DVDs. We're like, all right, let's try it. And
Yeah.
I remember the first day we put on the DVD for sale. We didn't even have the DVDs at that point. It was just all right, let's do it. We put up first day 10 orders. I was like, oh shit, people want these DVDs. Better start making them now. Yeah, so it was a big joke when it started.
It's so funny. But yeah, I was surprised that you doing, wow, big community in YouTube.
You
Amazing.
nudity?
2,000 viewers, 3K. Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. All right, so we
Crazy.
got some translation over here. So we're gonna bring the
That's a lot of work, yeah?
yeah
That's a lot of work.
yeah we got some translation right here. All right, with 75% accuracy. Solution
Wow.
about career activities beginners. Let's
Oh, yeah.
check out these prices over here. This is really interesting. I'm really interested. Man, why don't people just put their prices openly? I gotta register and log in. Man, it's no fun.
But I, you know what? But I thankful for him. But it, in a way, he teach a lot of people and introduce Forex in the good way, you know.
That's true.
Because a lot of in Asia, there's a lot of scam, you know. I mean, like, you know, do you know GCG?
No.
It's huge in Asia. Back to 2019.
No.
It's a
I don't know.
scam. It's a scam. GCG. Wow.
Oh, what's this over here? We have a bullish candle, entry on the 30-minute candle, rejection resistance. I think I wouldn't, if I was to take this trade, I wouldn't take this trade. The only reason is because, you know, price went bullish, reached a resistance. It's creating a high. In my eyes, what I think is it's creating a high to maybe come down, create a support to continue moving bullish. So that's the reason I will not be looking at that trade for a sell, because we are like trending up over here.
How long did you took to be consistent? There was turning point if you could pick one weeks to month. Wow, it took me a year.
Oh, a year.
Yeah. Like, I mean, like for 8 months, I was keep on joining the webinars, you know. For 8 months straight.
You see this guy, Adam Koo?
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, I used to watch a lot of his videos, like when I first started.
He make a lot of YouTube video like educations, right?
Yeah, I saw almost all of his YouTube videos when I first started. It's a really good source of information.
Yeah.
Someone needs to do a good job at his Photoshop. He needs some better editing. Yeah, I'm waiting for a price to break above 139.850. Whoever's trying to take a sell, understand that sell is going to be really risky. Really risky sell, because we're in an uptrend, price is making a high. I mean, the daily is bullish, 4 hours bullish. So I don't think sells make sense at this point. I mean, if there will be sells, there will be, I think there's just going to be like a retracement to continue moving up. But it's Friday and it's GJ, you know, so who knows, the sell can just continue going down. Would you recommend trading using the 1 hour candle confirmation only? I notice price most times respect lows and highs of the 1 hour. Yes. But that also means that you'll be waiting a long time for, like, you know, price to form and stuff like that on the 1 hour time frame. The guy we talked about in the past isn't really known here. Not Rainer, it's bugging me now. Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. What's this? This is a dream desk setup. This this is a dream desk setup over here. Okay, yeah, yeah, this is the desk I want. This desk I want in an L shape.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. This one right here, so that I can stand up and do my streams, sit down and do my streams. Basically, so I have this desk here, right? I have this desk here, and then I want another big one going all the way there. So it's gonna be like a big workstation like this. So I'll be like doing my stuff right over here, and then come over here, do my stuff over here, and then back over here, you know?
Wow.
Hey, Raja,
That's a one.
I'll send you a link. You can order the legs, and you just order the top. You can get a top at IKEA if you want. So instead of paying like $1,000, or you gotta pay the legs, like I think it's $300 on the website.
Yeah,
I'll
send it to me. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go to IKEA today and get the Surface today.
Sasha, can you send that to me as well?
Yeah, sure. I'm actually looking to order mine. My brother actually did the order for his office. He ordered 4 pair of legs, and he ordered a countertop from IKEA. It came up super cheap.
That's awesome.
I'll send it to you guys.
That's awesome.
Hey, Raja, you should make a Slack group for the Gulag. I think this is the best group for the Gulag right over here. Any tips on smaller stops? There's no thing as smaller stops. Hey, Will, is there something as smaller stops? What's the tip for having small stop losses?
So what?
What's a good tip to have small stop losses?
To lower your risk. Lower your risk and make your losses small, man. Always.
Yeah, there you go. You heard from the professional here. Just make.
And like my trading, I never have like a crazy loss. You know, if I just reach 5 or 10 pips, the maximum is 13 pips. That's it. If I have let's say if there's a chance for me to hold, then I hold. If there's no way for me to hold, then I cut losses. But still, the way you trade is much better, Raja. You have the your losses very, very small. I was like, what the fuck, man? This guy the losses so small. I can't even understand, seriously.
Yeah, it's mostly like for example, I'm looking at this right over here, right? I'm looking to possibly get an entry once this 30-minute candle starts breaking the high over here, possibly, and keeping the stop below this 30-minute candle.
Yeah.
And then continue moving up. And basically, I'm basing this off of the fact that now we're moving into the New York Open volume, so that volume should catapult price.
But sometimes it spikes, right? It spikes when the candles move the other way around. You just take half of it, right? But mostly I didn't.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm worried about too, because if price is gonna break above the high, it might just spike up and then come back down. So that's one thing I'm gonna be very, very cautious about.
But recently I just backtesting, like if the price previous candles, there's a lot of wicks, I don't think I'm gonna get it, because the chances for the candles to spike up and down is high, man.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So like GJ right now, if they want to break, and then the previous 2 candles, there's a wick, I don't think I'm gonna buy for this thing. It's safe for me to buy above that 139.8, maybe above a little bit.
Yeah, somewhere over here.
Yeah, that's a lot of learning, trial and errors every day. But this week I've done pretty bad though. This week.
This week is finished. Yeah, week is finished here for me too.
Yeah.
What's this?
Oh
How would
man.
you look at EJ on the hourly with consolidation to the left and seeing a fake out of the recent hour? I don't have a chart because they would confuse everyone. No, I think it's important for you to send a chart so I know exactly what you're seeing. But I kind of have an idea here because now it's much better on the 30 minute. The 30 minute created a support over here. Candle broke down. This candle closed bullish. This candle went up to do a retest to continue down, but it closed above that support. You had this 30-minute candle close like a doji, respecting that support. You had this candle closing bearish, respecting that support. This candle also, it's got 20 minutes left. And as long as it stays above, I'd say 125, 930, it's still respecting the support. So this fake out is good. I know Marcel was in a buy zone here, JPY. He closed 50% here because it wasn't comfortable. But I think if this is a fake out, theoretically, it should continue up towards 126, 100 and eventually going up further. So stops are going to be, right, like once this 30-minute closes, I think you can bring your stops up to like 125, 950 and just let the rest just continue moving. How can you be, oh man, people are still stuck on the old topics. I think some men are realistically women from the inside. That's what I think. Because sometimes, you know, like when you're arguing with your significant other, they just keep holding to that one thing and they keep talking about that one thing and you're just moved on and they keep bringing you back to that one thing. That's how some men are. Some men just hold on to that one thing. They just keep talking about that one thing just again and again. It's just annoying. That comment came from the gulag.
Gulag. We are the gulag. What is gulag? I mean, like, where's these words come from?
This word came from this game called Call of Duty. And in
right.
Call of Duty, what happens is when you're a bad player, you die and you go to a gulag. So all the bad players there, they fight each other to come back in the game. So
Right.
that's what the YouTube gulag is. That all the bad players are there fighting each other.
I always wondered why people make comments in a random chat room that nobody knows who they are. Like it always makes me laugh. Like if you really don't have anything positive to say, why even sit on a free stream?
Like, don't say anything at all. Just
yeah, like I mean, you really think the owner of this stream cares about your opinion or what? Or like why are you doing this?
Hi Ted.
Morning. How you doing? Well?
Hi. My big boss, Ted.
I've been here for a while. I just sit silently.
all right. Let's take a look at this chart here. This is Euro GBP. Ooh, wrong chart. Oh no, it says Adam Cole. Okay, hold on. Oh, we lost the chart.
Someone just said it's called trolling. Trolling's stupid.
Yeah,
it's such a waste of time.
There's a smart way to troll and there's a really dumb way to troll. You know, be like a smart troll. Retest entry, stop losses up there. Okay, it's pretty good, pretty good. I think one good trade management could have been that once you went in profits or once this bearish candle broke the low of the previous bullish one, you could have brought your stops down to the top of this current candle just to be a little bit safe, but pretty good. Well done. Last I remember, your GBP came up to a daily high and you got this little move down. How do you control your greed in years of trading?
Easy.
I think the best way to control greed for me was to know how content I was. When I started getting really profitable, I looked to see that, okay, what are my bills for the month, you know, and I wanted to make sure that as long as my bills were paid, I shouldn't be getting greedy. Like anything I'm getting over that is just bonus. It can go into savings. It can go into other, like, like other investments or like whatever, right? But in the start, I knew that, okay, once my bills are paid, that's all what I have to care about. Anything over that is just bonus. So, I mean, it also comes with maturity too. I mean, if you're mature about your trading, you're mature about the gains you're making or the trades you're making, it's really not hard to be greedy at all.
Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of times people overextend themselves because they have this internal struggle with themselves that, they need to get something. I think a lot of people confuse their wants with actual needs. You may want that stuff, but you don't actually need it. And when you start doing that, you'll be better. And then a lot of people turn around and say, well, I'm not happy. And it's like, well, you're not happy because you're not doing anything to satisfy yourself. It has nothing to do with buying something. You'll see, it's one of those things where you purchase something. If you take a look at the stuff you've purchased, there's probably a t-shirt or a pair of pants you haven't worn in like a month or 2 months, right? But at the time when you bought it, you thought you needed it, right? And it was really just a want. So when you start looking at things like that, suddenly the amount of money that you need starts to decrease, and that removes the greed. Greed comes from the fact that you're trying to keep up with something. You're trying to do something for somebody else. You're not doing it for yourself. Because if you had, I guarantee you, and I always say this thing, the easiest way to spot greed is this: if you had $1 million right now, would you be trading? And be honest with yourself. Chances are you wouldn't be. I mean, I look at my trading. I don't trade as often as I used to do when I had. And the thing is, though, I still trade because I enjoy it. A lot of people would say, oh yeah, I wouldn't trade as much either because I have money. But chances are you probably wouldn't even be here, because to get up here at 7 a.m. or 6:30 a.m. Eastern every day to come here and do this, it takes passion. It's not, chasing money or chasing anything else. So I think a lot of people have to do a self-evaluation of themselves. I think that's the first step. Whenever you see some sort of trigger, in terms of your trading, whether you're closing trades early, you're not executing, you're over trading, you're greedy, things of that nature, you have to do a self-evaluation and ask yourself, why are you doing those things? And you have to be honest with yourself. A lot of times, if you write down the question or the issue that you're having, you write it down on a piece of paper or you type it out, chances are you'll be able to answer that question. The people that don't want to answer that question is because they don't want to admit to things, right? I mean, that's where anger comes from. A lot of times people are angry, and then you ask them why they're angry, they can't give you a valid reason. They're just angry, right? It's the same thing when people troll. When people troll and they get mad, right? And they're like, well, this is the way it is. And it's like, well, why? Well, no, that's just what I heard. That's just what I know. And it's like, well, you're not really giving a response. You're just repeating the same thing over and over again. And I think a lot of people have to come down to that. I mean, it does come down to maturity at the end of the day too. I mean, a lot of people are trying to trade in between the ages of 18 and 25. You haven't really lived life. You don't really have any experience. And then now you're trying to play in a market where, you just graduated school, or maybe you didn't even finish school. You have no financial experience. You don't know anything about economics. You've never done anything regarding risk management. You've never gambled a day in your life. There's a lot of things that you haven't experienced, and then when you come here and you start losing money that technically you can't afford to lose, because I guarantee you, if you're at home with your parents or you're working part-time, you're putting like $100-200 into an account. That's a big chunk of change that you're throwing into an account. You may not think it's a lot because probably you spend $100 at a bar, but if you measure the percentage of your income that you're using for entertainment or for trading, it's probably a percentage that is higher than you're comfortable with. But you have to do that because you feel insignificant if you don't. If you're making, say, $3,000 a month and you're putting, $500 or $600 into a trading account, you got to figure that's a good 20%, 15-20% of your money that you've gotten per month that you're risking to hopefully make more money. It's not even guaranteed. So right away, you're in the hole 20-25%. That adds up after time, because I guarantee you, if you're putting 25% of your income into trading, you're still going out to the bar, you're still out buying stuff, you're still doing things. So now you've cut your income again, and that's where the stress comes from. It's true. I mean, you just have to really just understand what you're doing, and just really take your time. I mean, I would rather have a full-time job first or a part-time job and save some money up and really trade on demo and do work there than keep refilling $100 account. Like it doesn't make any sense. It truly doesn't. You should really be understanding trading before you actually start. I mean, executing in a live environment, understand economics, understand fundamentals, watching the news, changing your habits, all these other things too. I just think a lot of people have to just understand those small things first, and I think that'll help you.
Yeah, that goes a very long way as well. I'm from Miami, a lot of hype and profit in the city, piggybacking on what Ted is saying. How do you stay focused on just the small gains when you have people like, I mean, that's how you see it, that's how you perceive things. I mean, if you're looking at someone successful with cars and all that, I mean, it just boils down to what you really want, what you're really after. So I mean, that's all personal preference too. I look at those things, I'm like, okay, like, what, boys are having fun, it's amazing, it's a good job, they're having a good time. For me having a good time is completely different. So you have to see that what does it mean for you to have a good time? What would you want to do so you can say, okay, you know what, I'm having a good time in life. Whether it's driving fast cars, going on vacations, buying homes. I mean, what really would you say that you have a good time with that? So that's something you have to really identify. I mean, I have friends who have nice cars. I just go visit them, like I try to in the seats, and that's about it. But it's not like I want the same things. I want completely different things. So everyone's journey is completely different. I found it was way easier at the start to trade and be disciplined with having a job, bringing in earned income. That way stress is reduced and there's less pressure to take care of bills. Yes, that's absolutely true. When you quit your job to start trading full time, the pressure gets on your ass. I mean, now you're pressured to succeed, you're pressured to make up the bills, you're pressured to make a certain amount in the week so that you're gonna be like, okay, you know what, now I'm making exactly what I was making at my job. But when you have a job on the side, you have income coming in, and when you have income coming in, you can probably put like 10% in a trading account, 15% in a trading account, whatever percentage you want. But that if you fail your trading account, you still have money coming in. But when you have no money coming in and you're just trading, it just gets really, really hard at that point. Not trading wise, but psychology wise. Because let's say you work at a job, right? You work and your normal take home in a day is like $100. And when you're trading, your first day you take a loss of $50. That's a lot, because now you're thinking, oh man, like I'm used to making $100 a day and I lost $50 today. So this day I made no money. So now a point comes when you're like, okay, either I can call it a day today, learn from this loss and come back tomorrow, or I can try to make this loss back and try to end the day at break even. The moment you start thinking like that I have to make my day at break even, that's when you start falling down into a very slippery slope into, over trading and over risking, because that $50 loss, it may come up to a $25 loss, and then it may go back down to maybe a bigger loss, like $100 loss. What percentage you think psychology is in trading? Man, in 90% is psychology. 90%. When you go to the gym and they say, okay, 90% of your abs are made in the kitchen, that's facts. If you're going to eat clean, it's just, if you're going to eat clean, you're going to lose weight. You're going to stay healthy. That's it. Muscles are going to get built in the gym for about an hour, but your eating is the whole day. Eating is your whole day, all day. Muscles only get built for like hour and a half. That's it. Trading, like execution is mainly, I would say, like 30 minutes tops. 30 minutes, maybe an hour. That's execution. The rest of it is all psychology the whole day. When you have access to the charts, you have access to, prices and 1 minute charts, and you have access to Instagram traders and signals and all that.
Yeah,
That's where
I think the other thing too is people that are trading, they're used to getting a steady income every week. And when you're not, when you're trading full time and compared to a job, it's not steady income. But people think that they have to show up, that every day that they show up, they have to do something in the markets. When technically speaking, you don't have to. And I think that's the hardest bridge to gap between working at a job that every day you're doing an activity, and then at the end of a week or 2 weeks you get paid, compared to trading where you could sit for 3 or 4 days and nothing happens, or there's no opportunities. And then people panic because then they say, well, do I actually know how to trade? I don't know what I'm doing. But the biggest thing is, when you look at your best trades, if you review your best trades that you've taken as a trader, I guarantee you saw the entire move, it trended in your favor, and it was relatively no drawdown or little drawdown at all. And if you can repeat those instances, you just have to go back into your journal. Take a look at your journal and look at all your best trades. All your best trades, there was no stress, there was no pressure, there was little to no drawdown. And if you noticed, they didn't come every single day. They came maybe once or twice a week. And they were the best trades that you took. But then in between all those best trades, you took all these stupid trades because you just wanted to, you saw an opportunity, you saw execution. And as soon as you start to realize that, and you do a lot of self refining, you realize that you're not trading every single day, or there's only certain days that you're going to look for opportunity, or the opportunity you're looking for is a specific idea in the charts. Like, things have to match up. Go back and do an experiment. Just go back and look at your best trades. Make a chart and put down your best trades, your biggest wins and your biggest losses, and do a comparison, and map out the trade on every time frame, and look at all the wins compared to look at all your losses. And I guarantee you, your wins, you'll look and you'll be like, man, that was an amazing trade. That was a great trade. Wow, that was so easy. I remember this trade. And when you look at your bad trades, you'd be like, yeah, I wasn't doing this properly. I didn't follow that. Yeah, the trend was up. I took a sell. I was, rushing, bad entry, bad timing, all this. You'll look, I guarantee it. Just take a look at your back testing and look at what you've done in your journal. Spend all weekend on your journal and review your journal inside and out. Rip it apart into pieces. Every time frame. Look at every time frame. Look at every thing to the left on every bad trade you've done. I guarantee you will find a mistake in all your bad trades, and all your good trades, there will be no mistakes at all. It will be perfect. And when you overlay your good trade with your bad trade, if you look at the charts, your charts on your good trades are clean. There's nice moves, big candles, and your bad trades are consolidation, ranges, bad execution against the trend, over trading. You'll see it. It's blatantly obvious. And until you want to actually give yourself that be honest with yourself, you're never going to succeed. You're going to realize that you shouldn't be doing this. You're always going to have poor results. Raja took off. I'm not looking at pairs because people keep asking me what my thoughts are. My thoughts are nothing until we see a chart, and then Raja does the charts, and then we look and we see what's going on.
Hey gang, thank you very much for this week. Thank you, Ted. Thank you, gang. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Ted, what you were saying about the journals couldn't be more true. If you just, at the end of the week, just go back in your journal and look at the past week, and then maybe review 5 old trades, it makes a world of difference in your confidence, in your trading, everything together. It's just, I highly recommend doing that. Any trader.
Right. Okay.
I did that, what I did was whenever I looked and I had bad weeks losing, or I took a big chunk out of my account, I would just go back and look at why I did that. And all I would do is sit there and accept the fact that I took a loss, but also write down on a piece of paper in front of my computer what I'm not to do anymore. And anytime I was taking a trade, I would just look and see if any of those factors were part of this trade. And if there was a remote chance they were, I wouldn't take the trade.
Dude, sometimes I feel like a girl with my diary.
Yeah.
Just like writing what I'm feeling, what I'm doing, everything when it comes to trading, just writing that in there.
Yeah, it's just people, they don't want to accept they don't want to accept those things, and you know, they think trading's easy, and you think that you're going to get exactly what you're supposed to get out of this because, well, I've put in 6 months on the chart, I've put in 2 years on the chart, so I should be successful. It doesn't happen that way. You know, you can go to the gym, like Raja said, you can go to the gym for 8 months and have minimal results, or you can go to the gym for 2 months and have stellar results. It's where are you efficient versus where are you inefficient, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you go to the gym every day and you still go to McDonald's after the gym, you're not going to see the same results as the guy that goes to the gym and then afterwards eats very lean or very healthy. It's obvious. It's the same thing with trading. If you're gonna just trade and you're not going to do any of the journaling, you're not going to review your journal, you're not actually going to sit there and chart and map out, okay, where were my good trades, where were my bad trades, where did I lack in this information, you know, I don't understand this fundamental information, so I have to research it. If you're not actively doing the work, you're not going to be successful. It doesn't matter how many times you throw up a chart on TradingView or MT4 or MT5 and like, oh, well, you know, there's a rejection here, so it should go down. It doesn't matter. If you're not actually involved and you're not looking at the holistic view of trading, you're never going to be successful. It's just a stated fact. The 90% of people lose, it's because they don't actually refine what they're doing. They don't actually understand what they're doing and why they're doing it. They're just doing it. That's why 90% of traders lose. Yeah, 90% of traders lose.
What's that?
That's exactly why they lose. It's because they're just trading to trade, and they're getting a high out of executing. They're getting a high out of winning, and then they get emotionally down when they lose, and then the cycle just keeps continuing until either A, they give up, or B, they're broke. And
they don't know why they're losing.
Yeah.
They're just complaining about it, but they have no idea why.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And I tell people all the time. People ask me, they're like, you know, should I take trading? I'm like, no. If you have to ask certain questions, like, should I quit? Should I start trading? Like, if you're asking those should I things, if you're asking for someone's opinion, you're not ready to do anything. Just do it. Either A, you're going to succeed, or B, you're not. Those are your two options. Asking me, should I buy this? Should I do that? You have to do what feels good for yourself at the end of the day. Should I quit trading? Yeah, of course you should quit trading. If you're having a doubt in your head and you have to ask somebody for validation about your ability to do something, don't do it anymore, right? You look at it this way. Yeah, you look at it this way. You wouldn't go up to your girlfriend and be like, am I bad at sex? You wouldn't say that to them, right? Why would you ask that question? You're just going to do it. It's the exact same thing here in trading. You're just going to do it. If you have to question your abilities at what you're supposed to be doing, then you shouldn't be doing it at all. Like, the fact that you would go up to ask somebody that is absolutely obtuse. And you know, people laugh and they think, you know, it's funny though, like the analogies I use, but it's exactly what it is.
It's true,
right?
Yeah.
It's just a different way of, it's a different perspective, and it's something that's more relatable.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I said, it just comes down to laziness. A lot of people don't want to actually put that work in to figure out why they're losing. Just keep asking yourself why. You say it all the time. You always used to ask yourself, why is this candle forming like this? Why am I losing this trade? Why am I winning this trade? And if you just keep asking yourself why and be super curious, be a sponge basically, and you're going to succeed. Just give it time. It's only a matter of time if you're doing those things. But don't get discouraged because you're losing trades. Figure out why you're losing those trades and go from there. It's that simple. It's not easy. It's simple.
For Raja and Ted, I just want to consult you for something, but I'm trying to do for starting from this weekend. But I was thinking to keep a journal of my all the entries, losing trades and the winning trades. Run the simulator in that dates again. Stop there. I took the entry and rethink why did I took the entry? Should I take this entry again? Was that a right move or was that a wrong move? Does this work?
Yep. Yeah. I think that's a really good idea because then that way you'll be simulating the environment you traded live, before, and now you're trying to do that again. So I think that's a really good idea. Oh, okay. Ooh, looks like GJ didn't really try breaking above 139.850. It just rejected that level and now it's coming back down. Any example of a good journal entry? There are a lot of examples. You go to Instagram. You go to this one profile, Stefanos. Talk about journaling. This is the person I recommend to anyone. Oh wow, look at that. Yeah, this is the person I recommend guys to follow for journaling. I mean, his journaling is on point.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically every trade and just give some value and dude, that was a challenge. That was 75 days of not cheating once, eating, no alcohol, just working out twice a day, and any trader out there, as long as you get your fitness and your health in order, it will 1000% change your trading and the way you approach trading. That's a fact. It gets your mind right.
Someone said that's 75 pip of muscle.
That's funny.
Yeah, I still believe GJ is going to be a pretty good buy above 139.850. It's just got to come above over there so that we have clean candles here to the left, and we can continue moving up. That's the only trade I'm going to be looking for today, here in the during the live streams here. Oh, someone said roids. Oh, thank you. What a nice compliment. Amazing compliment. When you're so good, that happened to me once.
Never touched that shit in my life. What's up?
That happened to me once. This guy came up to me once. He's like, "Hey man, what cycle are you on?" I'm like, "This is like 5 months ago, before the corona." I'm like, "No man, I'm not in any cycle." He's like, "Damn, you look."
I take that as a compliment. You think I'm on roids? I'm not on roids. It's like, all right. At least it looks like I'm doing something.
Yeah, it's like when you trade really, really good, people think there's something going on.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's always so skeptical.
Yeah, it's just hard to believe. Like, oh wow, it's so unbelievable.
Yeah. I have to say, Stefanos, after seeing your Instagram maybe 2 months ago, I started journaling like every day. Also, I use Trixie.
Appreciate it,
and I just love it. So
it's good to hear. Yeah, it seems like it's given a lot of people I don't know, incentive to journal. They see the importance of it, especially after talking to me, and I'm like, dude, it's everything. Discipline is everything in trading. Journaling is 1000% everything. Risk management is another. There's like pillars of trading that you really need to master before you start moving on to impulse entries or pending orders, stuff like that. There's different levels that you got to reach, and those are specific qualities and skills that you need before you start moving on to stuff like that. You got to journal. It's super important.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I think
it's tedious.
I think at the same time too, like while you're journaling, it really keeps you away from looking for your third, fourth, or the fifth trade. It keeps you away from over trading too.
Mm-hmm.
Because the time you spend.
Yeah, like it's.
Yeah, go ahead. No, you.
I was saying like kind of like the way you're live trading, like the fact that I'm posting my trades on my page, like I'm posting them all, and I haven't been able to trade the past week because of work and business and everything, but you know, it kind of holds me accountable. Like, all right, 1 or 2 trades a session, no stupid trades. I try to stay away from those because I'm posting them on my Instagram. So it kind of holds you accountable, just like these live streams.
Yeah, and journaling like 3 trades. Man, I did that once. Man, that's not fun.
No,
Not fun.
it's super tedious.
Takes a lot of time, man.
Yeah.
Not able to figure out why I lost. What should I do? So if people can't figure out why they're losing a trade, my question is, how did you figure out to take the trade to begin with? This is a common theme. A lot of people message me and they're like, I don't know why I'm losing. You do know why you're losing. You're just not looking at why you took the original trade. You don't actually have a plan. So if you have a plan on how to execute a trade and you go to the chart and you follow your rules and the trade loses, one of those rules was invalid in the trade. It's very, very straightforward. I think people overcomplicate things, they overthink things, they overdo things. If I say I'm looking to take a trade in the direction of the trend, I'm looking for support to be held on this time frame, I'm looking for this amount of pips, I'm looking for this risk to reward, and when my trade fails, all I have to do is go through my checklist and see what part of that checklist failed in my trade. And a lot of times it's blatantly obvious. If you go to a different time frame, oh, I bought at resistance. Oh, I sold at support. I didn't realize that the 4-hour time frame was at support. I didn't realize that the daily was no longer bearish. Like, there's going to be an obvious answer to every time you lose a trade. It's very rare that you take a trade and you don't know why you lost. And if there's a trade that you've taken and you don't know why you lost, you haven't run through your checklist and you haven't gone through multiple time frames. Because every time in one time frame, you're going to find the answer, and it's going to be the obvious answer in that time frame. And normally it's the higher time frames. It's not your 5-minute time frame or your 15-minute time frame. It's going to be your 4-hour time frame, your daily time frame, your hour time frame. The fact that you didn't let the trade run long enough. You didn't have appropriate stops at the right spot. Your stop was in the middle of a zone. Your take profit was in the middle of a zone. Things like that. You're going to see it. It's blatantly obvious. Trading, when you actually review your trade, is very straightforward. It's not something that you're going to look at and be like, I can't believe I lost this trade. No, the answer is right there in front of your face. You just have to actually sit there for maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and do the work. Instead of just clicking a button, looking 5 minutes, and saying, okay, I don't know why I didn't win the trade. It takes some investigation. You're a scientist, you're a detective, you do experiments, you review the case, you solve the case. That's what trading is. Every time you lose the trade, you're a detective. You have to go on the hunt for why you didn't win the trade. And the good thing is you have a checklist from your plan that you can base the losing trade off of. And you can run down that checklist and you'll find the answer. I guarantee it. It happens all the time. People send me a chart, why I lose this trade. I can see it right away. It's this. Oh, I didn't notice that. No, of course you didn't, because you didn't look. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, there was news? I didn't know that. Of course, because you didn't look. You didn't pay attention. It's very, very straightforward.
Hey, Sasha, with the desks, have you ordered anything from that site yet?
My brother did.
That's a legit rakeel. I don't know if you checked that out, but that's awesome. They're like $200-300, and then you can just buy the tabletop.
Yeah, they are actually manufacturing themselves also, so that's why they came up with some good pricing.
Yeah.
My brother's has an insurance business, and he ordered, I think, 12 of them.
Oh, okay, for the business. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Which
might get one.
ones? Which ones? Show me the link.
I send it to you on your IG.
Instagram.
Oh, I gotta open my IG now.
Sorry.
All right, let's see here.
And if you guys don't want to trade on Fridays, instead of having the handcuffs like that last week I got my simulator on my left side, so I'm just doing simulator instead of trading on Friday.
Okay, Prime cables. Yeah, I was looking at these on my other screen. I didn't know it was the same company.
Sasha,
Yeah,
what
so
was
like
the
I
name
said,
of
you
the
can just
company?
order the legs and get a top from anywhere, you know. IKEA are pretty cheap for tops, you know. You don't need a fancy tops.
This one, right?
Yep. Yeah,
Is
there's
it
different
electric?
sizes.
Like, can you move it up and down?
Yep. You
Yeah,
get
the one you were
different
looking
sizes
at.
also.
The one you were looking at was like 1,000, right, Rakeel?
Yeah, it was like a full-on table.
Yeah. And you could just buy the tabletop on here, put it together.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, it's legit.
Well, this
I'm
gonna
actually
get
probably
ordered.
gonna order this week.
All right. It's time for gold to make manipulation. Yes, we are approaching the time where there's going to be retail sales coming on here in 15 minutes. Retail sales coming up soon. Looking for bad numbers? I think they should be good numbers. I mean, I don't know how businesses are cutting back, but I think it should be good numbers all around. Looks like gold is already breaking up over here. Raja, our candle closed with no wick on what pair? I think that's key information that we're missing, right? The same thing happened to me here on AUD USD the other day. Took a setup on 1 hour time frame I thought would work, but made the mistake of not looking at the other time frame. So let's take a look at this. If you got a chart on AUD USD over here, let's take a look here. Ooh, took this 1 hour rejection for sells. Didn't realize the 15-minute was bouncing off the support. Yeah, I mean, even the sells, you know, closed with a bullish candle, so it would have been pretty risky anyway. First time I'm following this. Looks fun trading environment. So thank you. You know, you're on a Friday. Fridays are usually non-trading days. They're mostly like, you know, no trading happening on Friday. But yeah, some days are pretty good, pretty eventful days. You know, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Tuesdays. Really looking forward for price to come above 139.850, so I can take a buy over here. If it doesn't happen in the next 45 minutes, then I'm just gonna call it a day. They have, I wonder how much weight this table can take. Should be able to take like 50 pounds, 50, 60 pounds. It's going to be pretty good. Ooh, this is another nice one. You got a lot of choices here. $400. Mid-range, extended range. Hey, I have this issue that keeps happening. I'm trying to figure out how to fix it. I have a good trade ideas. Okay, you have good trade ideas, but I always close partials too early or close my trade right away as it becomes threatening. sometimes by trying to reduce my losses, I miss out on a lot of profits that are instead losses. I think the first thing you need to do is so it's a confidence issue, right? So you're afraid of letting your trades run because they go in a little bit of a drawdown. You kind of get scared. The best thing to do is to put stops, is to not only put stops at break even, but to reduce the risk. If you think price will go and hit your stop loss, or you're going in a drawdown, you're getting scared, but it hasn't hit your stop. I think this is for a lot of people there who struggle with this thing, is to just cut your position. If you have one lot running, cut it down to 0.25, or if you have a 10-cent running, cut it down to 0.03, 0.04. Something that's going to be small enough that if it hits your stop loss, it shouldn't really worry you, but you're still going to be in the trade. Because if that trade plays out to where you wanted it to play out, now what's going to be happening is you're going to be building that confidence in that trade, because that thing is going to happen the next week, if not next week, next month, and you're going to remember that. And based on that memory, you might let a larger one run at that time. So it's a confidence issue, and it just comes with time. But the best thing to do is to just let it play out. You have to let your ideas play out, whether it's a stop loss, whether it's to take profit. If you're scared, just take off some position, take off some percentage of the position. That should help you with some sort of confidence. Just now when USD CAD took buys, trade idea was great, price rejected just a little bit, I closed it and it moved my way. Yeah, I think when you talk about pairs, you need to send a chart too. So I don't know what happened with that chart, but sending a chart would help with your analysis. How about the idea of waiting for a support formed at 650? Okay, support at 650, and then take a buy when the candle is bullish to retest 850. Yeah, that's a good idea too, because we're in an uptrend, and if support is formed down over here, then it should continue going up. Since price is in the middle, we're just kind of waiting over here. I'm following good risk management. Yeah, I think if the USD CAD buys played out, it was just confidence issue. That's it. It was just a confidence issue. Just need to let a small portion run and see what happens. Just take a look at USD CAD over here a little bit. Yeah, man. I mean, look, 1 hour was bullish, 30 minutes. This was the perfect trade. If you would have sent this trade your analysis, hey man, I would have said this will 100% tap that high over there. So I don't know which candle would have been scary, but candles were making higher highs and higher lows. This was just a perfect trade. This was a picture perfect trade. Is 2 hours before London session a good time to trade? Yeah, you have pre-London, and pre-London has some volume in it, and price runs sometimes. If this missed trade is hurting you from the inside, I think that's good, because now you can turn that hurt into, maybe letting a small position run next time, just to build that confidence. So it's all good, we're all learning at the same time. And most learning is done of yourself, You're learning about yourself, like how do you manage emotions, how do you manage your drawdowns, are you scared? If you're scared, are you taking some risk off the table? Because if you take risk off of the table, now you're not scared because you took some stress off, and when you take stress out, then, things start to go good. Where do I send my chart? You can send your chart by reading the description on this video. Let's take a look at this chart here. GJ took partials here and moved the rest of my positions into break even. Beautiful. Oof, gold reversed. What a crazy move. Gold went up 39.40 pips and it reversed another 25 pips. Always you find perfect trades after they happened. Yes, and you should use that as a learning tool. You know, whenever you find perfect trades after they happen, look at that and just see that, okay, where could you have taken the entry? If you look at USD CAD, it's really easy to say, oh, like, you know what, I would have taken my entry right over here. And then you got to ask why. Why would you take your entry right over here? What would you see in the chart that would make you feel like you should be taking your entry right over there? And if you were taking the entry right over there, where would your stop loss be? If your stop loss would be right over here, then why? Why would your stop loss be right over there? And how would you tackle this if this happens the next time? Will you be able to execute on this when it happens the next time? You know, and the next time is going to look something similar, maybe like this. It's going to look like this, right? What are you going to do at that time? What if you only have this one candle printing right over here? Are you going to put your trust in the fact that, okay, since we had resistance over here, we had resistance over here, and this candle broke out, and this candle closed bullish over here, creating support, will you put your trust in the next candles to continue moving up, having the stop below this previous candle? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Are you going to be putting your trust in those candles? If you ask me, I'll put my trust in those candles 100%. Because all price needs to do is respect this support, respect this low. As long as this low is being respected, we should continue moving up. And then you can turn around and say, okay, you know what, man, I'm Gucci. That's where the term comes from. I'm Gucci. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is your JPY. Should I add risk if this statement closed bullish? Yeah, I think if it closes bullish, it's respecting this support, and it should continue moving bullish. So I think that's going to be a great idea because we had 1, 2, 3 candles retest support. None of these candles broke below this area here. I've been trading gold and GJ for 1 year, and I was extremely profitable, and I would like you and Ted break down US 30. I know it's harder. I don't trade US 30. So I can't break down things I don't trade. I can kind of break it down, but like, you know, we have news coming in 5 minutes, and you know, it's a Friday as well. So let's just see here what happens. Maybe get a buy stop at 139.860, but who knows? Is it recommended to hold the position till the end of the day? That's totally up to you. You know, where your stop loss is, where your take profit is. Are you okay with getting stopped out? Freaky Friday. Okay, let's take a look at this. 15 minute. Ooh, entry was right over here. Entry was at this candle here on the 15-minute time frame. Let's investigate there a little bit. So if you go to the 15-minute time frame, entry was right after this candle at around 7 a.m. So 7 a.m. Oh, it was this one. So the 30-minute candle closed bullish, right? So yeah, I guess you could have left a small position running at that point. Closed the trade on this 15-minute candle as it closed below area. I may have overreacted. Yeah, I think there was a little bit of overreaction there because if you look on the 15-minute time frame, so mainly closed at 7:30. You closed the trade when the 30-minute candle started, which was somewhere over here. So this is when the new 30-minute candle started. So I think if you looked at the 30-minute, it would have given you some confidence that, okay, you know what, even though my stop is over there, I might want to take off 75% and let the rest run. Because the reason why you close partial positions is because you want it to keep on running to see if it really gonna run towards where you want it to go. I should have put my trust on 30-minute. Absolutely, man. 30, like that's like the corner step. Like 15-minute, I say it over and over and over. In 15 minutes are weak confirmation time frames. Weak confirmation time frames. 30-minute are stronger confirmation time frames. So you gotta put your trust in the 30-minute, especially when it's one trade you're taking on a Friday. You know, you gotta let it play out. I just want to know the title of the songs. They're from the YouTube audio library. All right, we're getting ready over here. The mango juice is finished and it's digested, and now we're just waiting for 139.
Let's go.
There we go. Kervin is here to guide us.
Yeah, let's go, fam.
If we break the top of that 30-minute wick, the previous bullish wick, I'll take my entry there, and then I'll take it above 850.
It's coming. Trust.
It's coming. The news. I'm looking for the news of volatility in the news.
I like how the 1 hour candle is looking, to be honest. That wick to the downside. The next 30 minutes should complete that move toward 140 at least. Gold is a mess.
Yeah. Alright, we just got a break above 139, 850, 860, and then we're off to the races. Oh!
Let's go.
One more push up, and then I'm gonna enter the buy. A little bit more. Come on. Tiny bit more, and then I'm in.
Yep.
Because this is always dangerous. Spiked up and retracing. No.
Yeah. Can make you suffer.
Yeah. This is where it makes you suffer. You're right.
Yeah.
Look at this 1 hour candle. 1 hour candle broke the low and the 1 hour candle broke the high. Now the 30-minute candle spiked up. It needs to come back up again so that I can enter a buy, and then we can have a good trade running all the way to 140. Catching pips in a sales meeting. Well, who knows, man? Probably you're losing pips in a sales meeting. It could go either way. Alright. GG needs to come back above 139, 820, and then above 139, 850 and 860. Hello, Raja. Correct me if I'm wrong. So your whole strategy is finding a support resistance, waiting for a retest to push in your direction. Yes, that is absolutely true. So now if it comes back to 139, 860, I'm entering, and then we're going up to 140.
Here we go.
Needs to activate it. Needs to activate 139, 860. I got a buy stop over there.
Come on, stop playing.
Just needs to push up and ooh, a little bit more.
I feel it coming, babe.
I feel it coming in the air. Okay, there we go.
There
Alright.
we
We
go.
are in.
There we go.
Stop
Let's
is
go.
below the current 30-minute candle. And if we can come to 140, I think that would be
Yeah.
great.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
baby.
Oh my lord!
Press the horn.
Come on, Gigi. You know you can do it, baby.
Man, we waited 2 hours for this trade. Two hours.
Holy
Whoa.
There you go.
Jesus Christ! Thank you so much, Gigi. Love you.
There you
That
go.
horn ready.
Okay, in 3, 2,
Get that horn.
Get that horn.
All right, we're up about like 8 pips over here. 8 pips, 9 pips.
Close out.
I close it.
One more pip. One more pip.
8
I'm out.
pips, 9 pips.
I'm out. Oh, yay.
Let's go. All right.
Thanks, Raja.
All right, there we go. I'm up around almost 9 pips, 10 pips, securing some positions right over here and letting the rest run.
All right.
This is beautiful.
Trust free Friday.
What was that?
Easy money.
Free money for the Friday.
Ooh, look at that move. Come on, GJ.
Holy.
We won today. Beautiful. 10 pips in the bag.
Start printing money, baby.
Man, I'm done for today. This Friday, 10 pips, I'm good.
It's a blessing, man. This morning I got 167 points on US 30.
Oh,
And
wow.
right now, you know, I'm just adding to the bag. It's amazing.
Currently racking up.
I've been seeing this move all week. I've been waiting. Waiting.
Yo, listen. YouTube Gulag, if you caught this trade, man, give a like on the stream because we get
man.
this free money by Kervin and Kevon. Literally free money today.
And market fluidity.
And
There
140.
Liquidity. Join, guys. Liquidity. Magic key. Don't forget the magic key, guys.
All right, everybody, we hit 140. The target has been reached for today. This is again brought to you by the Mango Potter. We have stress-free trading day in and day out. Stress-free trading.
Stress-free trading.
God damn,
There
that
you
run
go.
in 15 pips.
There you go. 140.
Beautiful.
Beautiful catch.
We got a question here. I'm trying to understand the confluence. You didn't wait for a candle to close. Yes, we were talking about this the whole morning, how I want a break above this area to take an impulsive buy to continue going up. The trend was bullish, daily was bullish, 4-hour was bullish, 1-hour close bullish, 30-minute close bullish. So that was the reason we took this impulse entry to continue moving up.
And I don't want to, you know, give you bad hopes or anything like that. But if you look at the weekly candle, we should continue this bullish run toward 140, 500. You're gonna find some sort of reaction to 140, 200, but we're good. I think it should continue the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Just don't be greedy, secure positions, man. Enjoy the day.
I can't believe it, man. Every day. Waited 2 hours for this.
Yeah,
Wow.
man.
Man, there are people out there who were trying to guess where GJ is gonna go. They took some losses here and there. You just had to wait.
I know
Waited.
some people took a loss on that sell, man.
Yeah,
Nice trade.
yeah. You get
And
paid
you don't
to
have
wait.
to. I'm sorry. And you don't have to guess. You see the charts, you watch what's going on, and you react to it.
Yeah. And yo, look at this. Your JPY also went up after that fake out. People can
What a
log.
beautiful,
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
what a beautiful morning for a Friday.
It's a blast.
When was the last time you took a trade on Friday, Raja?
Last Friday?
Oh yeah, you took last Friday.
Yeah.
Nah, you didn't take a trade last Friday.
I
Really? I
didn't.
don't remember.
Nah, you didn't take any trade last Friday.
Ask the guy who has the log on you.
Oh yeah, you would know that. Man, this 2 hour wait reminds me of Wednesday. We waited 2 hours. Well, I waited 2 hours, took a sell and lost. Today, 2 hour wait. Wow, got paid, man. I made $321 today.
Oof, amazing.
I could probably buy that table now. Where is it?
Yeah, I mean, you
Yeah.
can ask for a rebate or a discount or anything, you know.
Yeah, probably an
You
affiliate
never-
link.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, I'm placing the order right now for this table.
And you had to pay for a lot of mangoes, right? Because I saw
Yeah.
your brother with a lot of boxes in his car.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yesterday they got 80 boxes.
God damn, man.
80 boxes of mangoes yesterday.
Jesus Christ.
What, at $30 a piece or is it 50?
I think he
40.
paid
Oh, well,
$20.
Oh, 20, okay.
$20
so,
per
yeah.
box. Yeah. Could you explain why did you wait for the second break at 8:50 to enter the trade? Why not at the first breaking? I had a buy stop at around 8:60, so it didn't get activated. It just came up. Plus, at the first push, the current was at first push is always like iffy. You know, it pushed up first. And I'm like, I don't know. It pushed up. I don't know what's gonna happen. Then I was like, all right, I'm just gonna wait for the second one, because the first push could have just came back down, just like right over here. But I was looking at New York Open volume and just executed the trade, put stop below this candle and expected it to go up. So just one trade. This one trade took what? This one trade took about, so this was like $157 gain in 3 minutes. Waited 2 hours for a 3-minute move.
You know, Raja, my buy stop was also at 860, but I don't know. Mine was hit earlier when it went down after that. I don't know why your was hit later on.
Oh, probably the spread.
We are using the same brokerage.
Yeah. But like the spread is variable at any given time. Like, you might get 1.4 spread, I might get 1.6 at that time or 1.5 at that time. So there's a little bit of a difference over there. Can you look at this oil trade? Jose, you trade oil? Yeah, it looks good. Entered when the candle is this. Looks good. Should continue moving down. I think it's very important to just stick to one pair, but if you think oil can go down, that's perfect. Theoretically makes sense. All right, I'm gonna head off over here. Take care, everyone. Have
Thanks,
fun.
Raja.
All right, bro. Have a good day.
Thanks, Raja, for the live stream.
See you guys.
Take care, everyone.
Yeah,
Guys, see you.
A good
Thank you,
weekend,
Roger.
guys.
Take care. Adios.
Be safe.
Ooh, Kerwin is gonna party.
Oh shit!
Damn, son.
Whoa,
That's a nice collection.
let's party.
Kevin has got the collection right next to his computer. Things go wrong, pop up a bottle. Things go right, pop up 2 bottles.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Kevin, there are a lot of people in the gulag who like the way you speak. Be careful when you speak, man.
Wow, thank you so much. Kind of a
Thanks, Raja.
Spanglish.
Spanglish.
Spanglish, you know.
All right, bye, guys. Thanks, Raja,
Alright.
for the live stream.
Yeah, man. Take care, everyone.
All right. Take care.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Don't drink and die. We'll see you Monday.
Oh.
No.
It's a nice Friday. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's a
try to
beautiful-
enjoy some of these Macallan 12.
Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy some good Master Kush right now. I'm gonna go
Oh.